This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It is an honor to have you here. Since 2017, when I retired, I started fishing again, as I did when I was a kid, and using cane poles clear up to and including using the Tenkara type of an ultralight cane pole, to say the least. This is a 10-foot model here, and some of the things that I do on a given year, things can change, of course, but I use barbless hooks. This one has a grub on it, and of course I have a topwater lure on that rather than to use a bobber, because there's so much trash in these ponds that I usually fish that you lose so many bobbers and hooks that I went to just simply a topwater lure that keeps the hook from going on down, and I can adjust it accordingly if you so desire. This little topwater lure, though, allows it to do what it needs to do and doesn't scare the fish like a bobber will. Absolutely. Works extremely well, and you got two hooks rather than just one on the line. For me, it works. I have a 10-foot line, a 10-foot pole. Maximum out there is 20 feet, and it works pretty good. This year I've caught 1,028 fish so far. And of course the season isn't over, but it's just about over. I might catch another dozen if I'm lucky. Be that as it may, I catch and release all my fish. It is just simply a sport for me to do. And it's also a contest every year. I usually catch at least 500 fish a year, and the most I've ever caught was 1,300 fish in a single year. And so I keep exact numbers. I do the very best to be totally honest, because the contest that I do is with me. Unlike fishing contests, and anytime you put money or some kind of expensive gift out there as a first prize, you're going to have someone saying, how can I bend the rules and win by cheating? Win by cheating. Oh, it happens throughout, and not just in sports, but in politics. There's always cheating everywhere to get the upper hand, to get the most money, to get the most votes. You get the idea. And so when we saw these two gentlemen that had already won the contest but brought in fish, and they had put lead weights in them, how foolish, how stupid they were. And they lost $30,000 by playing that game. And it'll ban them for life from fishing, I hope, and maybe even some jail time, because that was $30,000. That's criminal felony as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how far they can go with it. But at the same time, it also says you better have some pretty accurate judges and never, ever trust anybody totally, especially when you're doing contests. Have rules, abide by them, live by them, and have not just the referee, if you will, or the judge watch, have everybody watch. And that way, things like that shouldn't happen anymore. Mr. Bill saying, I enjoy the sport of fishing. I enjoy contests that I have with just myself. I have personally never entered a public contest fishing, nor do I really care to. It's within me that I challenge myself each year to do the best I can and to learn the different skills and to find out what lures, mostly flies that I use, trout flies, and make and or buy. And I enjoy myself. I hope you consider fishing not only for the sport of today, but on perhaps, heaven forbid, the survival of tomorrow. You guys have a good day.